God, this is loud. Although weirdly, can't quite tell if it's actually playing the game. Okay, it is. I was looking at the wrong slider. It is playing as the game audio, and the game audio is loud. No. What kind of fucking option was that? I change to VSync and suddenly everything dies. God, game, why would you do that? It really does not like that option. Fine. I guess we leave the VSync on. Just taking it off, not doing anything. Everything dies. You've used all of your channel points. Well, you know the way around that is you got to come to stream more often. Get more points. Oh, 31%. That is actually quite terrifying that people want to hear me badly play an instrument this much. I really don't know whether I said I was going to play Crab Game. As in Deadliest Catch. But my brain really doesn't want to play Deadliest Catch. Honestly, I had very little planned for today. I almost loaded up Factorio. Then remembered I didn't have any idea what I was going to be doing in Factorio. I needed to do some stuff off stream to fix a couple of blueprints before I started messing around with that again. Deadliest Catch. I'm gonna say it. The game is really shit. At least Gold Rush. Gold Rush is a functional game. The leaderboards are just completely wrong because, you know, they've got people cheating to always be at the top of the leaderboards. But the game itself is functional as a game. But Deadliest Catch is one of the most boring and tedious games I've ever seen in my life. And considering the subject matter of, oh yeah, you know, braving storms to get crabs, that sounds really good. But the game? It's literally you go out, you drop crate, you wait, you pick crate up, you sort crab, you repeat, you return to port. Astrox is... The closest way I can explain is if you've ever wanted to play EVE Online, but you hate other people, that's what this is. It is very much a space game. I say very much in the same vein as EVE Online. Yeah, you pilot a ship of your choice, you buy better ships, you get skills, etc. The only difference is you don't have to worry about someone that has a small penis blowing your ship up to go, ha ha ha, I win, like you do on EVE Online. And I have played through this before, got quite a long way in, got a good ship, got a lot of money, and all that stuff. It is a fun game. At least I find it fun. But I have to admit, I did play EVE Online for like 10 years of my life. But I did all the really safe stuff that did not involve risks. Mainly because I do not like PvP in games. I mean, I did end up with a very good character, really good at what I wanted to do, which was mining, and you know, doing fleet operations for mining. Did quite a few of them. Was pretty fun. I enjoyed it, and I was very good at doing the industrial stuff. So I was more on the supply side of PvP. I made the stuff that got blown up. Oh, you also randomize gender as well. Okay, never mind. Let's just click through some of these. Find ourselves a generic looking face. That will do. We aren't going to be looking at our face much. Now we work out the factions, which I think changes where you start. And I think also changes some of your starting skills. So there's the Alpha, which are the scientists. Scientists, cybertech, and psychics all belong to the collective known as the Alpha. Using a uniquely sentient AI to calculate any possible outcome, they hope to govern all people with a system of perfect control. Tech sub-faction focused on applied science and R&D to colonization of the Atrox system. Many members utilize cybernetic modifications, blah blah blah. Regulate activities. Civil sub-faction has representatives in areas of programming and entertainment, subspace, diplomacy, and other clandestine activities. Trade concerns themselves with trade. Who would have thought? Financial regulates markets. Commerce is just, more commerce stuff. This sub-faction is more diverse than the Pirate Syndicate. Gangs of hardened frontiersmen banding together to live by their own rules. Yeah, pirates doing piratey things. I'll just wait. Don't worry. Wait till the ads are over. Ads do be a pain. That's where you can use your primes. It's one of the annoying things about ads. Once you've got an affiliate, you either turn ads on yourself and make some money from them, or you don't turn them on, and they still run on your channel, but you make no money from them. Oh, that's okay. You have a good rest. The outlaws... Well, they're just outlaws, aren't they? Sovereign isolationist. Dependents who simply want to survive without interference. Temple of the Void are a spiritual destiny to the center of the universe, apparently. Missionary. Get the jokes out now. Members are more concerned with easing the suffering of the inhabitants. Yeah, and I have to admit, I think I went with Labour before. I think it was Labour anyway. Yeah, mining, production and service all fall under the Labour. Contractor is for building, extracting is for mining. So I could focus on one of those two. Or we can just, you know... Oh my god, and then... Within that... So we've chosen our faction. Now it's actually the point where you choose what your starting skills are. So prospectors make the most of any kind, whether ore or ship. Prospectors gain a minor bonus to both mining and salvaging yields. You start with Escort Ship Operation 1, 3 Basic Miner Operation, Advanced Systems for Mining, Laser Basic Operation, Minor Cycle Mechanics. A bunch of stuff for mining, essentially. Same with that, although you do start with an extra level of mining. That you just get an extra basic salvager level. Oh god, my eyes are going funny again. I swear I've washed them out like 5 times today trying to help clean them up. They are not getting any better. It actually gets very hard to focus at times. Second that we can't get them a little bit more operational. Did I put those eye drops? There they are. Right, let's see if that helps. Does mildly. Yeah, so most of the options we've got basically give us the same stuff, just in different levels of it, essentially. Although engineer does start with a few extra things of like refining, and then the last three give you a bit more in terms of firepower. Of course, it doesn't actually make much of a difference what you start with, because you can buy every skill in the game and have all of them. As long as you can get the money and you can find the skill, you can purchase the skill. So much like in Eve, you can have every single skill. The only difference is in this, as long as you can collect the money, you can just buy it and not have to waste any time. Whereas in Eve, it just takes years upon years to learn half of the skills. I'm sure you now understand what this place is for. Every once in a while, a new G will lose their mind, and everyone usually requires a bit of time to adjust. You can't just hand you the keys to a proton-powered starship with a fully charged energy core without knowing you're going to be okay out there behind the stick. Guess what now? Yep, we need to go to Biomate University to pick up our brand new ship. I guess new is a relative term, considering it's manufactured 80 years ago. Of course, we have to go through the tutorial bits, because, you know, what space game would be complete without its tutorials? Wow, it really is such an honor to meet you. I was really hoping to be selected as your instructor. I know this is all confusing. I can assure you it'll make sense soon enough. I suspect you're ready to get started with your training. There's a lot to learn. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Just take your time and work at your own pace. Where should we get started? I think the basic premise of this is that they find you in a cryopod floating in space. And so they wake you up and they're like, okay, well, we've got to make you useful. We'll give you a cheap ship that's, you know, from the time when you actually used to fly. So right, where are we? We're currently docked to the station. One of our salvage drones found you in a cryo evac pod floating out there in the void. There we go. So yeah, at some point in the past, our ship exploded. We left in a life pod. And we've just been sitting in there in the life pod waiting for someone to find us. If you prefer, I can catch up with everything you've missed. Or we can just go through the training checklist together. It's up to you. I'm just so excited to be here with you. Oh man, I swear, at some point I'm going to rip these eyes out, get myself a cybernetic pair. It's been like a month and a half now since these have been going funny, and it's not pleasant. It's hard to stream when you can't see what you're doing. Right, so do we know what happened? We don't know everything, but what we have gathered up to this point, we're all in transit aboard the Imperium to a place called the Oasis. We don't know where that is or what the Oasis is. We do know this: something went horribly wrong, and now we're stranded out here. Also, it wasn't just us that was found in a cryopod. It seems a bunch of people were. But I can't exactly say where here is, none of us can. We call this place Astrox. It was the name of the last readable location on our navigational star charts. Technically, we have no clue where we are. But at this point, most people don't seem to care much. As for the Imperium, I can tell you about. Well, as for the Imperium, that I can tell you about. Imperium was the colony ship that was transporting us over 200 light years to a place called the Oasis. What happened to the Imperium? Don't know for sure. There's a few theories going around, everything from aliens to sabotage, you name it. Someone out there has a theory about... Oh, wait. Someone out there has a theory about what happened to the Imperium. The latest ones involve the premise that there was never such a ship at all. Bunch of wackos, I tell you. The hell has this been going on out here? That one we do know. Lucky for us, one of the atomic power cores from the Imperium was still functional. Now the very heart of this station. Been running for 230 years. When the initial survivors started rescuing each other, they used a damaged power core to activate one of the habitation units that detached during the explosion. A quick thinking saved the lives of thousands. So I've been out there the whole time? Yep, you've been asleep in your cryo-evac pod the whole time. The first refugee we've seen in 70 years. The station used to be packed with instructors and new G pilots, but over the decades, fewer and fewer would arrive. Till one day it just stopped altogether. You friend are somewhat of a celebrity. That's crazy. Why? Like I said, been a while since we've had a new G in these parts. You might be wondering about your starter ship and those 55,000 credits in your account. Yeah, some assistance from the alphas to get you going. Used to be much more support back when we were processing 20 or 30 refugees a day. Now there's just a few of us instructors left. Don't worry though, us die-hard pilots still know all the tricks. Let's go with the... yes, you can click and drag the communication boxes and move them. You can minimize the window. Station panels. All docking fee associated with each system. You manually credits. Basically never go completely broke, otherwise you might not be able to dock anywhere. Each service is important. Navy overwhelmed. Focusing on a few of the main ones. Market and garage are the two most likely places you'll need. Open up the market. Yep, the market is the market where you buy things, sort them, blah blah blah. Keep in mind some items require skills before you can operate them. Where do all these items go? Would you purchase them? They go to the cargo bay. Any equipment that is installed on your ship can be viewed from the station garage. Hey, Ezzy. Oh, making me use my eyes to actually read what's going on. How dare. Right, so start off, drink. I finished what's in my mug. Now I need a refill. Stretch. Oh, the camera hasn't turned on. Where the hell has that happened? No one else has mentioned that yet. Camera, why you be like this? There we go. Thank you for that, Izzy. Right, I'll redo that stretch. And my posture's fine because I have only been sitting here for like 10 minutes. Oh, enjoy work. I hope it goes nice and quick, and it's a painless day of work. I will go back to conquering the universe, or at least a small part of it, to become the industrial magnate that I once was in EVE Online, only single player version. So yeah. Anything you need is in the cargo bay, open the garage, look at your starter ship. Is this hideous beast of a ship. And much like EVE, there's active and passive modules. Which do as they suggest. Passive ones, usually stuff like more shield, more power, more whatever. They're just always turned on. More cargo space is the one that we're always going to want though, because you know, why would we not want more cargo space for putting more stuff in? And then you have the active slots, which are things like guns, miners, salvagers, missiles, usual sort of stuff. Unlike EVE, however, you actually need life support in this. In preparation for the first mission, go ahead and install the Ore Harvester 1 from the cargo bay. Then we'll install the 2 life support items as well. trying to remember how this worked. Before we can install the ore harvester, we need to remove the pulse laser 1 to make room for the active module. Using your mouse, click and drag the pulse laser 1 to the garage. Drop it on the ship cargo bay to the left. There we go, ship cargo bay. Now I remember. There's just a bunch of windows. Okay, and then to put the thing on, you just have to click, drag, boom, that's done. Then we open up the life support menu. Food synthesis for the protein bar, and then the basic filter underwater filtration. Almost like a veteran miner with that rusty ship. Let me know when you're ready to mine that first rock and I'll walk you through it. I can't remember exactly what the life support difference is. I think it is literally just a timer on how long you can be out of a station for. And I think also it affects how long you can be damaged as well, I think. If you get damaged in combat, I think you start leaking away some of your life support. I don't know what happens if you lose it. I assume you just respawn with a new shitty ship. Let's at least close the garage. So, giving you a special mission that requires you to locate a particular rock. Don't worry, it's not far at all. Once you undock, you can access the tactical sensors by pressing spacebar. Shows all the rocks in the sector and colour the mission rock yellow. Right, so undock. We are now undocked. Now, tiny, tiny little shitty ship. So we need to look for the yellow rock, which... Not that one, that is a ship. There is the yellow rock. Hold right click and move the mouse. So I think, yeah, just double clicking on it moves you towards it, which is fine. Use the mouse to zoom in and out. Yeah, once you're comfortable with the controls, just, you know, space bar and go and find the thing. Easiest way to transfer it, yeah, is double clicking the item and you'll autopilot to it. You can fly it manually, but who the hell is going to do that in a game like this? You can close that yellow rock by now. Did you forget the spacebar for the tactical view? Once you've mined enough, you'll notice a notification pop up informing you the mission has been completed. A pop-up that we're going to ignore and just take the entire of the rock. Because what kind of miner would we be if I didn't take the entire thing? Now that you completely harvested the adamite, mission showing complete. Head back to the same station to complete the mission. I think was... Okay, yeah, it was this one. Science contract complete. 6,500 credits and a skill point bonus awarded. And we have elevated to level 2. Yay! Worthless. But of course now we also keep this extra 60 adamite, which we can sell for money. Yeah, getting a bit worried I pushed you too hard. Wait till my brother finds out. He thought you wouldn't be able to handle a rock on your own. Now he's going to repair my modules. Have you noticed that modules slowly take damage over time? Yes, thank you. We've earned the first mission completed. We get some free stuff. We've been also awarded 12 skill points, which is nice. You probably noticed that all modules slowly take damage over time. Better keep those puppies in good working order at all times. Nothing like breaking a module during combat. Okay, so what now? Well, that is it for me, I'm afraid. Frederick should be here any minute now. You can find him at Tutorial Office. He'll walk you through some of the basics of the combat. Anyway, it was great spending time with you. I feel kind of stupid for asking, but would you mind giving me your autograph? My friends back at the gates are never going to believe who I got to train a new G today. So what do you say? Eh, why not? Might be worth something. So Frederick's hanging out in the office. Thank you for your help. Also, pilot journal. Yes, I'm ready to carry on with this. Hello, Frederick. How are you doing? You generic-looking spaceman. Great to finally meet you. And hearing the buzz around your arrival. When we get started here, it's important you follow instructions. Hate to be responsible for your early demise. You need to tell me when you're ready and we can begin the basic combat. Yeah, let's do the combat. Void Starcross is a very safe sector. You check the safety of your sector by accessing the navigation panel. The higher the security rating, the higher the overall safety. If a conflict occurs, you can rely on law enforcement to arrive in a timely manner. In low security, you're on your own. So again, very similar to how Eve runs it. I don't know what the system is in this, but in Eve it was at least like 0.0 to 1.0. Anything below 0.5 was low sec, anything above it was high. I think it runs on a similar system. I think it's 0 to 10. Before we get started, prefer the long version or the short version? I highly recommend you take your time and learn the proper combat protocols before you venture to the sector. Go for the short version because I don't foresee myself getting into combat much yet. After all, we are in a relatively small mining ship with 2 mining lasers and no guns at the moment. I forgot how cocky you new G pilots can be. Well, let's get down to it then. Teach me, O Master. Take a look at your stats panel. You can find that with the Z key. Yep, I have that open already. You'll notice all these little triangle things poking into the edge of the screen. Yeah. Shields, armor, power, life support. Shields are blue, armor's green. Yep, this all makes fine. It makes fine sense. Basically, you get shot, your shields are going to go down. If you keep getting shot, your armor's going to go down, and then you're going to explode. So, maybe don't let that happen. Red bar below energy is your life support. Life support's important. Highly suggest you take your time. Talk to Carter. He'll walk you through all the ins and outs of the life support system and the upgrades. When your ship takes hull damage, life support system will begin to leak. Last bar at the bottom is your speed indicator. Remember to mouse over those little square buttons on the stat. You find your pilot info and ship details. Probably should have done the deadliest catch after all, because it wouldn't have involved me reading so much with toys that keep screwing up. The shift key or cap locks. Your mission objectives box, find your captain's journal. The pilot overview, ship overview, life support panel, mission HUD and journal. Yeah, that's fine. Remember this placement fitting of ore harvesters. This time we won't be installing mining beams, we'll be installing combat laser. These are great for beginners as they don't require any ammunition. Yeah, that goes out. Laser goes back in. I do as well, PP. Yes, especially since I think it also counts towards your continue watching. At least sometimes it does. Which is really annoying. You go onto Twitch and you're like, oh, it's auto playing some stuff about FIFA. And then you just see the little thing, you're like, continue watching FIFA. No! No, I don't want to continue watching FIFA Twitch. FIFA has no place in my recommended. Yeah, we've installed the gun. Yes, we've done that. Yeah, we've all done this, we've done this. Yeah, let's go and shoot the target drone. I mean, anything would be better to replace it with. Just a blank screen would be better to replace it with, to be honest. Right, so with the target scanned and selecting your targeting system, you can easily turn on or off a ship's autopilot. So yeah, where is the thing we're actually shooting at first? That is the first question. You. Okay, so shift does a small burst of speed. We're never going to use that ever because once we've done this... Yep, time to fire. Yes, we are firing. Each module has limited mobility. Because of this, we often rotate modules for the station. Oh yeah, that was the thing. This, you can actually like change what direction, because like they have a cone of fire, but you can alter where the cone of fire is. So if you want to have a gun that fires backwards, you can. Yeah, most people would want them to fire forwards, but if you're planning on shooting stuff whilst you're running away, you want the gun facing backwards. And once they're in range, they'll fire automatically. Yep, we've destroyed it. Yep. And it does give us a little tiny bit of loot. Actually, that's quite a lot of loot, actually. More loot than I was expecting from this thing. But we can't hold it all. Which is really quite concerning that we can't hold all of the stuff from the tutorial drone. We're saying that we do have skill points. Do we happen to have a Yeah, damn, no, we do not. I was hoping we had a ship storage skill. We probably can buy one. Those do exist. Yep, and we've completed that mission. Frederick, move out the way. We need to drop some of this crap off. Do you know, before I do anything, how much do these junk parts actually sell for? Oh, actually, they sell for a substantial amount. At least for a new person. But this used to be on as a Flash game. That actually quite surprising then. If that's the case, because I mean, I've only known it. Well, was it Christmas that I picked this up on the sale? Played it for about 40 hours. Made a shit ton of money. Bought a modded ship. Yeah, like I said, I used to play Eve online for hours a day. And I used to basically just mining, because it's just really, as long as you've got some nice chill music, which the EVE Online soundtrack had some really, really relaxing and chill music for it. Yeah, Below the Asteroids is a song that is in my head even now, after I haven't played the game for years. I can still hear that song in my head because of how often I had that playing when I was mining. That was pretty much how I was, well, the way I ran it was getting rich enough to get a station, and then making sure I hired a bunch of people to do the pirating for me. That was how I ran it. I don't know. The mod should still be running. It would be in the shipyard, wouldn't it? Oh no, maybe it's not. Unless I'm at the wrong station. Because I know that I basically modded in, I think 2 or 3 extremely large mining ships that cost a fucking lot of money. But once you had them, I mean, they were basically, I think one of them a copy of the Dolphin from X3. And then one of them was a copy of the Orca from Eve, which is basically just full of mining drones, full of mining lasers, and full of a huge cargo bay. Yeah, guns, fine. Good parts, an extra 1,000. At this point, it's worth it. You know what? Let's get a tiny bit of extra money. Yeah. But did I click through too fast? I clicked the wrong thing. I think I might have. Oh, hey, Ginger. Sorry, I'm currently trying to get my eyes to function properly because they're still not doing good. And they are making it very hard to read. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I did click through things way too quickly. But why is the ship loot thing still showing up? There shouldn't be anything left in there. I emptied that thing out, I'm sure I did. I did. So why are you still showing as a thing? Oh god, now I need to remember how to untarget shit. Because the game hasn't mentioned about that yet. One of these other panels, I think it's in one of these ones over here. Yes, here we go. Get rid of these targets, we do not want them. Zoop. I just want the easy, cheap, free loot that you're going to drop. Boom. Oh my god. Did they plan for this? They've made it so it doesn't drop extra stuff. How dare they be wise to me trying to like take advantage of them offering to for me to shoot something twice. I mean, it still gave me some money. Yeah, I got the hang of it. Oh, do I have to go through all this? I know about all this now. I know about all the life support system and everything. Thank you for the training. Under the extras tab in options, you can adjust the life support mechanisms. You can turn it off, you can jack it up. Bonuses are awarded for those that love a challenge. Anyway, stay safe. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, is that it? Have you finished giving me tutorials about things now? I sure hope you have. Give me that harvester back, please. The garage, full plays a go, or go on. Market. Passive modules. I would like cargo space. Damn. The only one that's there is expensive. Like all my entire budget plus 2,000 extra. Oh, and that's got a discount on it as well. Damn. Right, never mind. What do we have in terms of skills? Okay, so these I remember being good because they just give you skill points. Wasn't quite what I was after though, game, when I typed in skill. I was kind of hoping it's not a trade good. The advanced skill manuals in support. Documents are blueprints for manufacturing. Oh, that was why. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't... It was not in the market that they sold the skills. You had to go to the actual university. Carrier ship. Oh, carrier ships. Yeah, damn right I'm aiming towards carrier ships. Can you show me just the ones that I'm qualified for, please? I can level up the escort ship, which is what we currently have. Probably isn't going to do that much use for us right now, though. Can increase mining efficiency. That is always a useful one. Requires 4 skill points to train it. Right, time for more eye drops. Where are we? But I hate the new Steam interface that when you open it, the thing is like, here's a giant fucking game overview. But I don't know. I don't care about your game overview, shit, Steam. Especially not when it covers the entire fucking screen. Whenever I shift tab to it, I want to see if there's friends online, or I want to see the time. That's it. It's 11:15. Oh, those eye drops are lovely and cold. Well, you know what? Screw it. Yes, yes, yes. We've started training mining level 4. As long as you're docked to the station, school will train twice as fast. Once you undock, the training resumes at a normal rate. Yep, yep, fine. Go away. So we need mass engineering of level 1. Yeah, I would really like to have that because it just gives us more cargo space for every single ship we ever get. But alas, it seems as though we do not have access to that. We need utility. So these would be the next level up in terms of ships we can get, the utility ships. You know what? Why not? Let's start dumping some levels into that. Because we are going to want to sort of get out of the ship. Preferably sooner rather than later. What have we got? Yeah, we do need a decent amount of money. But It'll be worth it. Oh, utility one is already completed. Wonderful news. Wait, I did. Oh yeah, it's because we got that extra one drop, didn't we? From the drone loot. I was gonna say, did I do a dumb and forget to actually install the thingy? Should not surprise me. We need to make sure we drop that pulse laser and ore harvester off, though. Ooh, and we gain credits and skill points for having, you know, mined some stuff. I do like that in this game. It just has quite a lot of like random little things of, oh, you've done a thing. Well done, you've done a thing. That means you get such and such. And such is usually extra money and some skills. Okay, so one full cargo hold comes out to about 2,000 units or credits. That is not gonna be good. That is gonna take a while. From his starting sector, most of this is going to be adamite ore. Which is, I think, pretty much the bog standard. But this is one of those games that I like because it's nice and chill. You can have your combat stuff, much like in any space game, but you can also just chill, relax, do some mining. I mean, I am tempted to try doing X4 again. You know, picking up some of the DLCs that apparently fix a bunch of the jankiness of the base game whilst they're on offer. Because I used to really like X3. I got hundreds of hours in X3. And I used to have that thing modded to hell and back to basically be able to command the universe. I would maybe like to play X4 again and like try playing it properly. But the first time I tried it, it was a little bit janky, I've got to say. so we've got a couple of thousand to go. Oh no, what about 1,000 to go for this? So one full chunk of a cargo bay should get us enough. The cargo expansion at least. Which will mean we can start getting more per run. Oh, basic miner operation is completed. It provides basic knowledge about the mining. Level of the module is linked directly to the level of operation required to use it. Ship overview. I was kind of hoping it would give us a bit more detail on the excavators themselves. Because I at least know that when it was with Eve, the way it would normally work is that the skill itself might give like a 5% bonus to a thing, but then the module itself would be improved based on what level you had in the skill for operating it. So, for example, things like, you know, missile launcher operation, for every level of it you had, it would give you an extra, like, 20% range or something. And you would only see that by looking at the modules themselves. So market, sell. Premium, purchase, garage, install. Okay. That has given us another 33% of cargo space on what we had before. Which do be wonderful. Honestly, what I should be doing as well is I should actually start taking some of the mining missions. Because those not only give you the minerals. Because usually what will happen is it will say, go and mine 500 adamite ore. And the rock they tell you to mine has more than 500 in. So you get to keep any extras. You then get the bonus of the money, the skill points, and the faction reputation. Plus you get the extras to sell yourself. This rock might be dead soon. Bye bye, rock. I do wish there was a slightly faster way of scanning all the objects around you. I mean, to be fair, they might be. I know there's an active scanner. I don't know if that's to do with scanning ships, or that is scanning other things around. Because there's a lot of smaller rocks around here. And having to scan them all one by one is quite frankly going to end up being a pain. Especially when a bunch of them are out of sensor range. Oh, gun platform and energy generator. Those are definitely not the things that I was thinking of dealing with. Oh, and we're full. Back we go. Okay, so it's not perfect. But going on just the basic minerals, it does get us an extra 500,000, yeah, an extra 500 credits per trip. Right, give me harvest emissions. Okay, we'll accept that one. Oh, yeah, we actually have a a mission limit, you know, with base. I forgot about that. Otherwise, I would have started another one going already. But it says Star Fort Ramos. With special adamite ore, and then return to Daemon ammunitions in Star Fort Ramos. Okay, perfectly fine. It is fun. Plus, I think the reason I can get into it so easily is because it very much is the same as EVE Online. A lot of the bits of information, like locking on and firing and all that shit, is very much the same as EVE. So once you've got through the tutorial, which I think it took about 40 minutes to get through, even though it's really basic. Although I suppose it depends what you choose, because I always choose the mining professions, and so it gives you the, we're going to tell you how to go and mine an asteroid tutorial. It's like, yes, you double click on it and you click your modules and boom, you're mining the asteroid. Thank you, game. It's exactly the same tutorial for the combat. The only difference is that in combat, the asteroid shoots back. Yeah, the only thing that I would like on this is the ability to be able to actually sort of like take over sectors. I mean, one of the mods that I had for X3 essentially allowed you to take over a sector as long as you built a, I think it was as long as you built a trading dock in an unclaimed sector, you could claim it for you. And then people would have to start paying you taxes to use your stuff. And it kind of makes sense, you know, when you get to a certain point in X3, and I'm assuming in X4 as well, you get that much money, you actually just like, oh, I'm just going to purchase a Titan class ship. Yeah, I know that each of the races only has one in their command, but I can afford one and I'm just a dude. Flying around in space. So it kind of makes sense at that point. It's like, if I can purchase a ship that only the militaries of the universe have, I should be able to, if not just like claim, but purchase a sector due to my sheer amount of money I would have at that point. And that's that dead. Just in time for us, I think, really, for running out of space too. Ooh, gradient ore. That shit's actually slightly better than what we've got. What we normally go for anyway. We need to find, as it happens, this one. Yeah, gradient ore cells are slightly better than adamite. So, yeah, we've completed that contract. We gain a lot of money. Bonus of 3 skill points. And also, you know, some level up. Both more eye drops. Oh, eye drops feel so nice when they're cold. Right. Now you. Where was that gradient ore? Right, is there anything else that looks like it could be this stuff? I don't think there is. Granted, there is a lot of rocks around, but I don't think most of them. But they're saying that a lot of these could just be just slightly out of range at the moment. Be right back, just going to go and grab another drink whilst this is mining. More Beppis has been gained. Also, a massive splash in my face to try and clear my eyes up a little bit. So let's see how much we can get from a nice full cargo of gradient ore. So for a full thing of adamite, it was 2,500. Yeah, just a little bit more. Anything that we can do that lets us mine more gradient, even better. Let's grab this one. After Feely shall we go? Delicious peppers. Ooh, that's a big rock. Yeah, what a surprise. It's not good stuff. Well, that's the mission complete. But we might as well just destroy the entire asteroid. this needs to be dropped off in Gate of Altharis. Right, let's go and turn this one in. I think we'll call it there for the night after 2 hours of this. We need to go to Imperial Republic. I hope is this. No. This? Yes, that's what. So that gave us a nice 17,000 credits for that. New standings, some extra skill points, and of course oh, this item is considered valuable and currently in demand by the station's market. So this actually would be worth actually, you know, getting more of. Ooh, that would be lovely, but the problem is that is storage, not cargo. Currently, we're not actually storing much. Grab that. We do have a lot of skill points to burn through. Yeah, I think we'll call the stream there. My eyes are starting to get to a point where they are starting to get a little bit burny. I need to go and give them one final rinse out for the day and try and combat the gunkiness. And what I'm hoping it's just hay fever and not more fucking eye infections. Let's see who is online. Oh, let's go raid Jazzy. It's rare for Jazzy to be on this time of night. He's playing some Metal Gear. So, as always, thank you everyone for watching. It's been fun. And I'll see you next time, which will be Tuesday. And go say hi to Jazzy for me. Bye-bye.